Everyone knows that driving through an isolated forest at night is never a good idea. And that's exactly what a group of friends ended up learning the hard way. They were traveling along a road far from the city when, out of nowhere, something heavy landed on the roof of the car. At first, they thought it was just a fallen branch, but it quickly became clear that it was something far more unsettling.
Ay, si Dan daw pa. Uy, gila niya atas kereta niya. Dad, asto. Uy, Dad! Ay, atas kereta niya rin tali. Hilang oh.
A mysterious figure can be seen standing on top of the vehicle. It's not a shadow, and it's not a reflection. When someone tries to warn the driver, the figure suddenly vanishes without leaving a trace. The group was left in shock. Afterward, theories began to surface. Some believe it could have been a creature from the forest, while others think it was something far more sinister roaming that isolated area. But as always, the final conclusion is up to you. The video you're about to see isn't the highest quality, but what was captured is genuinely chilling. It's the kind of footage that, if it hadn't been recorded, a lot of people simply wouldn't believe. Everything happened on October 4th, 2025. Residential security cameras on a quiet street in the United States were recording the early morning hours as usual, until something unexpected and deeply strange suddenly appears in front of the camera. Look closely. In the middle of the night, a strange figure appears out of nowhere and moves at a speed that doesn't seem natural. It's not a person, and it's not a normal animal either. The movement is far too fast, almost impossible. Because of that, many people believe it isn't a ghost. In the comments, theories started to emerge, suggesting it could be some kind of supernatural creature, similar to reports of what's known as the Dog Man, the so-called man-dog. The video offers no answers. The figure appears, crosses the street, and disappears. And the question remains, what do you think was captured by that camera in the early hours of that night? In February of 2025, the grandfather of a young woman who lives in Mexico passed away. Following the family's cultural traditions, a special ritual was held during the funeral. The atmosphere was filled with sadness among everyone present, but the young woman decided to record the moment on video to share on her social media. What she didn't expect was that, when she watched the footage later, something extremely strange would appear on the screen, leaving her completely shaken. In the background of the video, a very unusual figure can be seen, something that immediately caught the young woman's attention as she reviewed the footage. According to her, it wasn't there by coincidence, and could have been a manifestation of her grandfather's spirit at that exact moment. The appearance sparked many unsettling questions and theories. Could the grandfather's spirit have truly revealed itself during his own funeral? Leave your opinion in the comments below. In Sarasota, Florida, it's very common to see those clothing and shoe donation bins scattered around the city. They're part of everyday life for a lot of people. But one of these locations ended up becoming the setting for something no one has been able to properly explain. An account called Stony Baloney posted a disturbing video recorded at one of these donation bins. And what appears in the footage immediately grabs attention because it's genuinely unsettling.
2 bags just popped out by themselves. Is there someone in there? I think there's someone in there.
The woman filming is sitting inside her car when she notices something that doesn't make sense. A bag of clothes is suddenly pushed out of the donation bin, as if someone inside is forcing it out. Pay close attention to this moment. There's no one nearby, no movement around the area at all, and yet the bag comes out of the compartment. Curious, and already sensing that something is wrong, she decides to step out of the car to take a closer look at what's happening. And that's when the situation becomes even stranger.
Is there someone in there? Can't even see.
She approaches the bin and looks directly inside, and there is absolutely no one there. That detail matters. The opening is extremely small, almost impossible for a normal adult to fit through. The only real access point is the back door, which can only be opened by the collection team using a specific key. But the most disturbing detail appears when the footage is watched more carefully. At the exact moment the bag is pushed out, something stands out. And that single detail changes the entire context of the video. You can see what appears to be a hand emerging at the edge of the opening, a very pale hand, which seems to be the one pushing the clothes outward. Moments later, the woman records the inside of the bin again, and as unsettling as it is, there's truly no one inside. The video spread quickly and gained so much attention that an official crew was sent to the location to completely empty the donation bin. Even then, no clear explanation was found, and the question remains, did someone manage to hide inside a space where no one should be able to fit? Or did that woman capture something that simply wasn't supposed to be there? The answer was never made clear. India, like many places around the world, has locations marked by disturbing stories. In a rural neighborhood, residents began reporting strange sounds during the late-night hours, noises that were hard to explain, and a constant sense of fear in the air, as if something was always nearby. After many nights living in terror, one of the neighbors decided to stay alert and keep a camera ready. And then, something finally happens. After this was captured on camera, the entire community was left in shock. In the footage, a terrifying female figure appears, a pale woman with long, glowing eyes and black hair. What's most disturbing is that she doesn't try to hide. She simply stands there, staring directly at the man who is recording. The figure doesn't move. It doesn't vanish. It just watches. The video ends without any explanation, leaving behind the question of what was truly seen during those early morning hours. Next, we're going to look at a series of videos posted by a TikTok user known as Cara da Barba. In total, there are 3 different clips in which he claims to have experienced extremely disturbing events connected to paranormal activity while working as a groundskeeper at a cemetery. Right at the beginning of the first video, the creator mentions that he believes he isn't alone at the site. He says he saw something moving, and then asks that if there is any presence there with him, it should make itself known by closing the door in front of him. For a few seconds, nothing happens, but after a brief pause, something unexpected occurs.
I heard you over there. I heard you moving around. Let me know you're here. Close that door. Yes, this is your cemetery, I know. I'm just trying to keep it nice for you. Keep it maintained and looking nice, out of respect. I'm not trying to
In the second video, the uploader is seen walking through his workplace while describing a strange sound. similar to someone dragging their feet, coming from behind a concrete mixer. When he approaches to check, he finds absolutely nothing there. However, as he continues scanning his surroundings, something completely out of the ordinary happens, catching him off guard.
Now, it sounded like it was behind the cement mixer. Fast footsteps or something that was back there. Clearly, you can see there's nobody back there. So, I'm not sure what that was. Gotta reach behind there.
In the third and final video, the creator is working on a rainy day, simply trying to finish his job in peace. He comments that whenever the weather changes, bad and strange things seem to happen at that location, as if the environment itself reacts to the conditions.
So let's hope today is not one of those days. There's that thing. Holy. Yeah, that's just great. Hell no.
Seeing objects move on their own inside a cemetery naturally raises a lot of suspicion. Some viewers believe that because of the timing and the way these events unfold, the incidents could point to something genuinely paranormal, especially since the objects appear to be thrown with force rather than simply falling over. The fact that this happens more than once in different areas makes it difficult to dismiss everything as mere coincidence. On the other hand, others argue for more rational explanations, such as uneven surfaces, wind, vibrations caused by nearby machinery, or even slippery ground due to the rain, factors that could cause objects to shift or fall. More skeptical viewers also point out that many of the reactions occur outside the camera's field of view, making it hard to rule out unseen elements, whether caused by natural factors or something far more unsettling. Working alone in a cemetery, while tools and equipment seem to be thrown around, is enough to make anyone feel deeply uncomfortable. A young woman named Sophie shared an account that left a lot of people intrigued. According to her, everything happened on September 19th, 2025. That night, Sophie was outside her own home, which is located in a remote area surrounded by forest. The night was just beginning when she came across a ball far from the house. Bored and with nothing much to do, Sophie decided to start recording a video, tossing the ball around to pass the time. Up to that point, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But pay close attention to what happens next, because something genuinely strange occurs.
Oh, that just went. Hello? I'm like... Oh no, I'm out. I'm done. That's it.
While she's recording, a faint voice can be heard whispering her name, coming from the shadows of the forest. What makes it even more unsettling is that Sophie doesn't notice it at the time. She continues on normally, without reacting. If you watch closely, you can make out two dark silhouettes among the trees, with something that appears to reflect light where their eyes would be. When Sophie finally turns around, the shock is immediate. She realizes she's not alone. Terrified, Sophie runs toward the house, trying to escape whatever was hiding in the forest. The video ends without any answers, leaving behind the lingering question of what was truly watching her that night. A young man was at home with his family on a completely quiet afternoon, the kind where nothing out of the ordinary ever seems to happen. But at some point, someone notices something strange near a window. It's a subtle detail, almost unnoticeable at first, but it quickly draws attention. One of the residents decides to move closer to see what it is, and ends up capturing a deeply unsettling moment.
Una sombra en la
Creo que
ventana,
comía huevos.
pero no hay ninguna persona en la calle.
Mira, se está moviendo ahí, mira. Mira, ahí viene.
Ay, ahí pasó. Pero es de allá, hombre. Es de la terraza de allá. No es de
Mira, si hay alguien en la
a
terraza.
la sombra.
No hay nadie. Ya se fue.
¿Ustedes qué opinan?
Te tomé video.
Look closely. A shadow clearly moves across the window, as if someone is standing outside. The woman watches it for a few seconds, and confused, pulls the curtain aside all at once. But there's no one there. That detail matters. According to the person who posted the video, there was no one walking by on the street at that moment, and the shadow doesn't appear to be coming from inside the house either. The woman stands there, visibly confused, trying to understand what she just witnessed. And once again, the video ends without an explanation. The shadow appears, disappears, and the question remains about what truly passed in front of that window. Around midnight, a woman from a Canadian city was heading home after a long day at work when she came across a devastating fire at a local market. Shocked, she decided to record the scene, never imagining that what she would capture would leave everyone who saw the footage deeply disturbed. As the fire continues to spread, one detail immediately stands out. Among the walls engulfed in flames, something appears that looks like a face. At first, it could be dismissed as an object distorted by the fire, but the figure seems to move right before your eyes. Look closely at this moment. The shape resembles a terrified face emerging from the flames. Thankfully, no one was injured in the incident. Even so, the recording left the woman shaken, and the question remains, was it simply an illusion created by the fire, or did something far more sinister reveal itself that night? A piece of footage recorded in Kansas City has been drawing a lot of attention online. The video shows the backyard of a house late at night, everything looking completely normal at first, until the homeowner notices something strange on the wall. Curious, he decides to move closer to get a better look, assuming it's probably just a large insect. But what appears in the footage immediately creates a sense of unease.
What the heck? Is that a moth?
After that, the man approaches more cautiously, still trying to make sense of what he's seeing. As the camera gets closer, it becomes clear that whatever is there doesn't look ordinary at all. Its shape is unclear, the outline is distorted, and it gives the impression that something is present that simply shouldn't be. Pay close attention to the details. The creature appears to have something resembling eyes, dark strands that look like hair, and strange structures along the upper part of its body. That's important because it doesn't resemble anything easily identifiable. The texture and the way it clings to the wall create an unsettling feeling. Another detail that stands out is its size. It takes up far too much space, and it doesn't react the way a normal animal would when someone gets close. It remains completely still and silent, as if it's just waiting. The video ends without any answers. Nothing is explained, and the question remains, what exactly was on that wall, watching the backyard in the middle of the night? governates of the night, thank you for watching. These were today's 10 terrifying videos. Sleep lightly, and see you in the darkness.